Hello, I'm Rick Joyner. Welcome to the Morning Star Good News program, and we're talking about good news. And you know, there is good news. There's more good news in the world than there is bad news. The best news of all is the King is coming. The King is coming, and His kingdom is coming. And His will is going to be done right here on earth, just as it is in heaven. And we're here today, you know, we have a live audience, so stuff may happen and, you know, all this, but we believe, you know, that life is coming forth. That's part of the good news, and great things are happening. I've got a special guest with me today, David Vorse. And David is the head of the International Fellowship of Chaplains, IFOC. And David has a very unique ministry. He came here to our congregation, and he did a whole week's worth of teaching on, you know, disaster, you know, things that people can do to be qualified as chaplains. And we were very interested because we entered in, you know, we began a disaster response ministry that I believe is going to be one of the most important ministries in the times to come for the church to enter into. And some of the training we received through David Vorse and his team was some of the best. When I heard it, I said, every single pastor in America, every elder, every shepherd of the sheep needs this training. It's practical, it's down to earth, major, great information that I think every Christian, everyone who's seeking to help their neighbors to be a light in this world, because you know, we may be worried about Armageddon, but your neighbor's worst Armageddon, the worst tribulation they'll ever know on this earth could happen at the next stoplight. And we as Christians, I believe every one of us need to be prepared to intervene proactively in every situation where others are having problems. Bring the Holy Spirit, bring the Comforter, bring the Helper to do whatever, bring healing, deliverance, whatever is needed there. But extraordinary ministry, the International Fellowship of Chaplains. And just share some of the things you guys have been learning in this.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, some of the things we've been hearing over the past few shows that you've been putting on is falling right in line with the ministry that God has put in our hands. And I'm so amazed. I heard threshold spoken several times. God had revealed to me along the way that this was going to continue to be a threshold ministry. Now, when he first told me that, I thought he meant we were standing at a threshold and we had to wait. No, he keeps moving the threshold. As we step over this threshold, he makes another threshold, and we step over another threshold. Another thing we heard about was that there were doorways we were going to go through. God, when he first spoke to me about this, he said, I want you to do this. And I said, yes, Lord. And he said, I'm going to open a door that no man can close. And that's the way it has been. You know, most of the church world can't get in to the areas that we go to, where we work regularly. And that's a doorway that was open to us. The way I see the IFOC is that we become a key. The key was mentioned as well. We become a key to the ministry that wants to go through that doorway because they can't get through as the church body because of separation of church and state.
This is an important point. I want to highlight this one point. Through David's training, the IFOC training, and the things they provide, you can receive credentials through IFOC. And that will help give you access to these situations like 9/11, the Katrina response, where the National Guard would set up lines and you couldn't go in there because they were trying to keep out the robbers and all that. But you come in, you can get credentials that can get you in. But not only that, people that have been through our training here have all of a sudden been given jobs in hospitals, prisons, access to hospitals, sports teams, everything else through this International Fellowship of Chaplains. It is a credential.
It's the credential. You know,
Yeah.
there are some things that